conditioning, and that's the thing. It's like, from when you're a kid, it's like if you bring up your kids and you say, then they're going to grow up and they're going to go, instead of like, why don't you try that? Why don't you try that? And then they'll grow up with an open mind, Have you been aware of that then? You mentioned earlier, obviously, your daughter's 23, we think.
Have you been aware of that then, do you reckon? Like when you were bringing them up?
Well, my daughter's been everywhere with me. She's her first free party was when she was 18 months old.
Wow.
Which
Not
was
18 months old.
Yeah, we took her to a smoke screen near Peterborough.
Cool.
Used to take her when we used to travel to the Czech Republic all the time. Been to like a Technoville where there's been like 10,000-15,000 people. She's been to Glastonbury 3 times. We took her absolutely everywhere. You know what I mean? And we just sort of had the ethos of don't hide things from them. Because
I share that with you, Sean.
It's like show them, but show them the right way. Show them the sensible way. And then they can't. How's a kid going to rebel against going to loads of festivals? I mean, you can't stop them doing things that you don't necessarily agree with, really. But at least they've been opened to that society.
Teach them to have their own mind. That's the right thing.
With my brother, he's completely different. He's somebody who sits there and reads books and so page 47 says that thou shalt not thou shalt not swear at the child. It's
right.
Don't swear at a child, sorry. I'll correct myself here. Don't swear at a child, but swear around children and make them aware that it's wrong to swear at people and to use it as a weapon and offensively.
I love that, Sean. I walked in the Mega. I don't know if we were on at the time when I was telling you about the Mega Drive leads and all that. Well, I walked in the conservatory the other night. The boys were playing, and I walked in and I went right there on Street Fighter 2, Mega Drive 2. I said, "Right, you little shits. Who's up for getting blasted?" And my missus went. I said, "Yeah, they know you know you're not to swear, don't you? You swear when you're as big as me." I said, "And we're only, Daddy's being daft with you." But like that is just one anecdote. But I do use that policy of like I try and, I am me, and that's that for a start.
Exactly. Yeah. Don't hide who you are.
No way. And the world is the world. And I'm aware of that. And then by not having things be too taboo. And creating these enigmatic ideas of like rebelling or what, all of a sudden it's not that. It's just a thing. And actually my kids, they just totally get it about swearing.
Yeah.
They totally get it. They just get it.
Same with my daughter when I was bringing her up, when Vic was bringing her up.
Powerful Vic.
It's just like she knew about swearing and she didn't, we could swear, we could relax, we could be comfortable.
Well, I think that's the underpinnings, Sean, because it's not just, we're not just talking about, I'm assuming, because of the way you are and what I know of you and from what you've said there, that it's not just about swearing, it's about everything, isn't it? It's like having that trust. You build trust with your kids where they can talk to you because, so many of us grow up with parents where you couldn't possibly tell them what you experienced last night, good, bad or ugly, whether it's a great experience, but it might have involved, I don't know, whatever the thing you're not meant to be quite doing at this age, or a terrible one where somebody maybe, coerced you into something that you didn't want to do. Or I certainly grew up that way. I couldn't fucking tell my experiences and share, maybe get advice, maybe get some support and maybe guided, and then listen, importantly, listen to me, folks, because that daft time that Daddy swears and Daddy sort of doesn't lie about anything, and we're akin to all this stuff, that when the shit comes on top, you're comfortable enough to
they trust you because you've been real to them.
Yeah.
Like 100% real.
Pretending you're some perfect adult and one day you will arrive here.
Yes, exactly.
No, you won't.
I've always said to mine, don't ever kid a kidder.
Yeah,
and they're like really sort of open-minded, my two. And like, they've got their own minds, and sometimes it backfires on you.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It's not a perfect ride, is it?
Yeah.
Exactly. It's
Yeah.
not perfect. Nobody's perfect. Kids aren't perfect. The way you bring your kids up is never going to be perfect.
But isn't it ironic? I mean, I'm reading a hell of a lot about this at the minute because we've made all sorts of decisions with our kids and not schooling them, and there's all sorts happening.
Are
So
you
I'm-
homeschooling then?
Yeah, unschooling actually.
Unschooling.
I thought we were going to be homeschooling, and then the more I'm reading, the more I'm learning. We're unschooling,
Right.
which is
okay.
basically like a radical idea to most of us, because most of us just conventionally understand education to be sit down, listen, work
Yeah.
hard, and get the grade.
Yeah.
So is it more of a practical, hands-on
It's everything
sort of
you
way?
just said.
Yeah.
Yes, we went to Glastonbury 3 times with
Yeah.
my dad, who listens to me and talks to me and asks me questions and says, "What do you think to that? What do you think to this? And where do you want to go? Do you want to
Yeah.
go there?
Yeah.
Right, we're going here."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you putting the selfish side of your part to the one side for a minute and going, "Okay, well, she wants to do this, and we've done it 6 times already, but she wants to do it, and then when she's fed up, we'll move on." And kind of, and accompanied by that honesty and that openness. Pretty much. I mean, it sounds radical, and I'm covering it a lot at the minute. I've just done a podcast with a family from down south who, are, again, it's not a coincidence to me that a lot of people are in the creative mind who think along these lines.
Yes.
They're a
Yeah,
film
yeah,
producing family. They wrote this book actually, Jump, Fall, Fly. Down my camera there, Aidan. Which I'm about to get tucked into. I've been reading it. They sent me a PDF before we did our podcast. I think it's going to be out on this Friday night. Layla and Anthony Eldridge Rogers, wonderful family, gave me so much confidence in what it is we're doing, in just letting them lead.
I think as well, you go to school, they tell you got to do maths, English, geography, blah, blah, blah. But then, you've got creative children that probably aren't able to express that. So, doing it in that sort of unconventional way, you'll get to find out what your children's intelligence is.
It's a very dated system,
Yeah.
like the political system in England. It's very dated.